This is how giant Easter chocolate bunnies are made in the factory. Yeah, that hollow, crunchy-eared masterpiece. You know the one. Gold foil, big floppy ears, shows up every Easter morning. But here's what no one sees before the foil goes on. That perfect bunny starts as liquid chaos, violent vibrations, spinning molds, air blasts that could knock you over. And if the temperature drifts half a degree, the whole batch turns into a sticky gray disaster. Right now, I'm inside Lindt's factory in Kilchberg, Switzerland. I've spent 3 days watching 50,000 bunnies an hour come to life. I've seen the cracks, the rejects, the moment chocolate becomes a bunny or breaks. And in this video, I'll walk you through 7 steps of production, from raw cocoa liquor to a foil-wrapped bunny sitting in your kid's basket. By the end of this video, you'll never look at that foil bunny the same way again. Step 1. Raw cocoa liquor to liquid chocolate. Giant Easter bunnies don't start in a mold. They start here, 50-ton silos of cocoa beans. First, roasting, 300 degrees. Violent? Yes. Necessary? Absolutely. Then cracking. Shells explode away. You're left with the nib. That's the pure soul of chocolate. No sugar yet. Now you might be thinking, just melt it. No. Grinding takes 72 hours. Yes, 3 full days. The friction generates heat. The heat releases cocoa butter. Then 5 rollers crush it to 20 microns. Now, conching. This machine is basically a rock tumbler for chocolate. It evaporates bitterness, develops flavor, and it takes 8 hours. Sugar goes in here, not before. Here. Then milk powder. This is Lindt's recipe. They don't even tell their own workers the ratio. "72 hours later, liquid silk. No grit, no bitterness. But it's still too hot, and heat is the enemy of a shiny bunny. "45 degrees Celsius. Beautiful, but useless. Next, we have to cool it down. Exactly. Not approximately. Exactly. Step 2. Precision tempering. The 0.5 degrees gamble. This is the tempering machine. It's not a heater, it's a brain. Cocoa butter has 6 different crystal shapes. Only one gives you snap. Form 5. That's the magic number. The others, gray, sticky, doomed. So we cool it down, slowly, from 45 to 33 degrees. But cool too fast, you get form 4. That's the greasy one. This is the difference. Same chocolate, half a degree apart. Now you might be thinking, machines handle this perfectly. They don't. A human checks every batch, every 20 minutes, by hand. Then it hits the cooling tunnel, 2 degrees Celsius, shock treatment. This is where Form 5 locks in, or doesn't. Listen to that. That's the snap. That's Form 5 screaming yes. No crumbling, no bending. Just clean, sharp satisfaction. If it fails, back to the beginning. No shortcuts, no mercy. Now it's ready. 31 degrees, stable, angry, perfect. From 1 pipe to 12 lines. Each line makes 40 bunnies a minute. And here's where chaos meets shape. Ears fill first, always. Step 3. Violent molding and vibration settling. Each mold gets flooded, not poured, flooded. 2 seconds flat. Ears are the weakest point, so they fill first every single time. Then the table shakes 200 times per second. Yes, per second. This isn't for fun, it's for survival. Bubbles mean broken ears. Imagine standing on a jackhammer. That's what the chocolate feels. Then a scraper blade wipes off the back, leaves only what's inside. That excess isn't wasted, it falls down, feeds the next mold. Circular economy. Now they enter the cooling tunnel. 10 minutes, 0 movement, 0 vibration. This is the waiting room. 10 minutes of pure cold silence. The chocolate shrinks just a fraction, but that fraction matters. They come out cold, solid, but still trapped inside the mold. (14°C, cold enough to hold shape, warm enough to release. Now the flip. This is where gravity becomes the hero. Most of the chocolate stays inside, but not all, and that's the trick. You want hollow. Solid would weigh 2 pounds. Hollow, 4 ounces. 3.2 millimeters, thinner than your pinky fingernail. The excess drains out, gets reused. Nothing leaves this floor alive. Now they're shells, fragile, hollow, and one wrong move away from disaster. Step 4. The hollow shell. Centrifugal spinning. This machine spins hard, 1,200 revolutions per minute. Centrifugal force. It pushes chocolate against the mold walls. No thin spots, no thick spots. Just uniform, perfect 3.2 millimeters everywhere. 30 seconds inside. That's it. 30 seconds to perfection or failure. Listen, that hollow sound, that's the goal. That's a bunny that won't crack. This cracked during spin. See that line? That's a funeral. Back to the melt tank, no second chances, no mercy. Now, you might be thinking, why not just make them solid? Try lifting one. Solid would weigh 2 pounds. Hollow, 4 ounces. Your kids' baskets thank you. These shells are fragile. 3 millimeters of chocolate holding a shape. That's it. Inside, smooth as glass. No drips, no bumps. Just pure, even chocolate. That one spun wrong. See the uneven wall? That bunny tips over when you stand it up. 112 grams. That's the target. Plus or minus 2 grams. That's it. Off by 3 grams? Crushed. Recycled, gone. Perfect shells move on to the next battle. They look like bowls right now. Upside down bowls, but not for long. Step 5. Demolding and laser ear trimming. Demolding looks violent because it is. Watch. 80 psi of compressed air. That's a hurricane in a box. The bunny pops out, hovers for half a second, then drops. Both ears survived. That's not guaranteed. Ask the reject pile. That one, dead on arrival. The ear didn't make it. Nothing personal, just business. Back to the tank. Now the laser. It doesn't cut chocolate. It trims perfection. The mold leaves a seam, a tiny ridge. The laser shaves it off. That's the difference. Rough versus ready for foil. Now, you might be thinking, why not design a perfect mold? Molds wear out. After 50,000 bunnies, a mold gets tired. The laser fixes what molds forget. Then an air knife blows off the dust, leaves nothing but shine. Now the first human touch. Behind that red curtain, a pair of eyes. She's looking for cracks the laser missed. The machine can't see everything. Red sticker, reject. No debate, no appeal. Green light, you're going to the foil wrap. You've earned it. This is the end of the line for some. Brutal, but honest. Back to liquid, back to the beginning. The circle of chocolate life. Step 6. Foiling and 3D heat sealing. Now the foil. Lindt uses real gold-colored aluminum, not yellow plastic, real metal. Each roll is 1 kilometer long, enough for 20,000 bunnies. The foil gets cut into squares, 22 centimeters, exactly the size of a bunny's embrace. The bunny meets the foil, like a coat hitting shoulders, ears first. Always ears first. The machine knows this. See how it hugs the ear? That's not luck. That's vacuum pressure. 60% vacuum. The foil has no choice. It becomes the bunny. Now a laser reads the bunny's shape. Every bunny is different, by microns, but different. Then heat, 200 degrees Celsius for 1 second, seals the foil shut. That seam has to be airtight. Oxygen is chocolate's enemy. Oxidation turns it gray. See that lifted edge? That bunny gets unwrapped by hand, then melted. Now, you might be thinking, can't they just re-wrap it? No. Once foil touches a machine, it's contaminated. Then smoothing rollers. They press out every wrinkle, every single one. Wrinkles are for grandmas, not Easter bunnies. 360-degree inspection. Top, bottom, ears, belly. No blind spots. The foil is 12 microns thick, thinner than a spider's thread, stronger than it looks. They look identical, but each one has a microscopic fingerprint. The foil seals differently every time. Now they're ready. Gold armor on, hollow heart inside. Easter is coming. Step 7. Final QC, packing, and the human threshold. 3 inspectors, 2 hands each, 10 seconds per bunny. They're looking for anything the machines missed. A dent, a scratch, a loose foil corner. The eyes are hand-painted under the foil. If the paint smudged, reject. That one's going back. The machine painted it too wet. Human eyes caught it. $114 grams? Perfect. Plus or minus 2? We already covered that. Now, you might be thinking, do they sniff the chocolate? Yes. Stale cocoa butter has a smell. This one, passed. Fresh, clean, ready. Packing is gentle. No dropping, no tossing. These are finished weapons. 48 bunnies per box. 8,000 boxes per shift. Do the math. Then the date stamp. Easter 2027. That's the guarantee. Palletizing. 50 boxes per pallet. No humans lifting, just watching. Then the cold truck, 4 degrees Celsius, all the way to your grocery store. And just like that, they're gone. 50,000 bunnies an hour, on the road. 3 days later, a shelf, a child, a crinkle. That snap, that's form 5. That's tempering. That's 3 days of grinding. And that smile, that's why we do the violence. Happy Easter. So, that's the journey, from a 50-ton silo of cocoa beans in Switzerland to a gold foil bunny in a kid's hands. Chaos to refinement, violence to precision, fragmentation to cohesion. This is how it's factory made. And now, here's where you come in. What product should we uncover next? Crayons, sneakers, car engines? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the notifications, and share this video with someone who still thinks chocolate bunnies are just poured into a mold. Blow their mind. Then watch their face. Priceless. And up next, watch this video to see how chocolate chip cookies are made in a factory. From a river of dough to that perfect, gooey, straight out of the oven bite. No, they don't scoop them by hand. Yes, it's weirder than you think. Click here and I'll show you how it's factory made.